Hello everyone, welcome to Lever Guns 50. Today we're shooting a pump action shotgun. We're going to try out these little Minishells. And these Minishells here, the reason why I got them because they're only slugs that was available at the time, and I wanted to try them out in this Winchester 1300 and see if they would actually work. So if you have a 1300, you might want to stay around and check this out. So this is a 1300 Winchester. This is a turkey model with the rifle sights. We're going to shoot it at 25 yards here and see how well it does with these slugs. And also, we have some of Federal's, what are these called? Shorties. So let's try them out and see how well they work. So y'all stick around if you want to. All right, going to try those minis out here in this shotgun. Got one loaded in the chamber. And we got those two targets about 15 yards away. Let's see how well she shoots. Well, they ejected just fine. Didn't have any problem ejecting or feeding. So let's try that a little bit faster and see what we can do. Looks like they're working really good through it. There's our little shells that popped out of it. Yeah, they seem to work pretty good. So let's pop a couple slugs in there and see how well they do. So if this is all you can find, I'm gonna shoot one of these at 50 yards. There's a 50-yard target down there. Shoot one of these. Those are pistol targets, and these slugs might damage them. I don't know. It hit that 50-yard one pretty good and hard. So they're working perfect through it. I'm gonna shoot this one here at closer range, see what it does. Let me back up a little bit though. All right, let's try a couple of these out on that target and see how well they do. Well, they seem to do good. I think the model 1300 feeds them really well. They don't seem to have any problems going through this action. So let's see how many of these minis this shotgun will hold. There's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. There's five. There's six. There's seven. Seven's all it holds in the tube. So you can only get 8. But 8 is more than you can get with the regular slug. So that gives you 8 rounds. And if you have a Winchester 1300 and this is the only shotgun slugs you can find, it'll work. I would suggest you try them in your own gun just to make sure, but they work good in this one. All right, let's do the ballistic medium penetration test. You know how we always like to shoot something to see how well stuff performs. Let's see how well these shotgun slugs perform. Well, I can see the slug hole right there. So it blew right through these. And it's making a pretty good sized little pathway through there. It's still going. Man, that thing's going pretty far. It's still going. Oh, it's getting pretty good at size up in there. I think we stopped it right here. My goodness. Look at that thing. Look how far it went. Okay, it kept the shot cup on there. Or I guess it's supposed to do that. It didn't expand any. But look how much Look how much it went through. I mean, that's a lot. That's a good, that's about 2 foot. Look at that. Doesn't that thing look awesome? Well, I definitely have to say I'm pretty impressed with how well these things penetrate and the power that they have. I mean, it had more power and went through further than I thought it would. Look, you don't have much room for no powder inside that shell. Look at that. I think they're worth the money. These right here wasn't that high a price. They're supposed to be doing 1250 feet a second, and we'll check that right quick and see if that's true. And there's 20 of them in there, and I think it was $14. All right, we're gonna shoot across the chronograph and just kind of get an idea what kind of velocity we're getting. And yeah, so here goes. Well, they said 1250, it's going 1215. That's pretty close. I feel like that's, how heavy are these? These things are, let's see. It's not really saying how many grains that slug is. I'll weigh it and see how heavy it is. How about that? Yep, I'll weigh it right quick and let you know. We'll see how much energy that is. So this thing weighs 424 grains. So that's roughly 1,300 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle. At 50 yards, probably about 1,000, give or take a little bit, depending on what the ballistics is on this, and I don't know what it is. But hey, that's pretty good. You get 8 of those in your gun if you have a Winchester 1300. Now, on these particular shells, you're going to have to test it in your individual gun to see if they work, because in the 1300, I think they work because it has a complete lifter comes up and guides the bullet the whole way across, or the shotgun shell. It does not work in the Ithaca 30, what is that, a 37? It does not work in the 1887 or the 1897 shotguns. It'll semi-work in the 1897, but every once in a while it fails to feed. So you got to check in your individual gun, make sure it works. If your life depends on something, it's got to be 100%. So do not try these. I mean, just load them and assume that they're going to work. Make sure they work in your individual gun. All right, thanks for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day. You hear?